Hey, what's going on guys? Jimmy here with One Road. I'm about to change the air filter on my wife's 2005 GMC Envoy. It's got the 4.2 liter inline 6-cylinder motor that's supposed to be bulletproof. We just bought this vehicle and I have not changed the air filter yet. I did check that air filter, but it didn't seem to be too bad, so I left it in until I decided on which filter I wanted to buy. Now, you might be thinking, big deal, go buy a filter. Usually that is no big deal. I'll buy AC Delco when it comes to GM vehicles because that is the original equipment manufacturer. However, I have been really curious and have used Wix filters in the past, and I've also learned that Napa and Wix kind of use the same filters. I can't remember if it's Napa that makes the filters for Wix or vice versa. Either way, those filters are somewhat expensive. Whether you go AC Delco or Wix or Napa are about $25 roughly. So I was thinking, I wonder if I can find a cheaper alternative to that would be just as good. Let's check FRAM. I bought a FRAM Tough Guard, and this is supposed to be an oiled filter element that is oiled from the factory. It is a throwaway filter, but the best thing about this thing is it only cost me $13. So that means I can change this thing twice as much for roughly the same price as having one of the other filters. So let's check this thing out and see what we get in the box. Okay, so here is the filter. Everything seems good. Seems like there's plenty of pleats on there. Looking close at the filter media, you can see that it is coated. You can see this filter is made in Mexico. It does seem to be fairly sturdy. I can't imagine this failing in any sort of situation I'm gonna be putting it in. I mean, maybe in a 1,000 horsepower race car, but this thing is gonna be plenty good. You can see the mold that this thing was put in. It's not the best in the world. You can see it's kind of thick there and kind of thin there. But it's definitely gonna do its job. I can't see this failing because of that again. So now you've seen the filter, let's go ahead and throw it in the truck. With the cover off, you can see we just had to take out 1, 2, and a third screw, which was right down there. Here is the old filter. We're gonna go ahead and rip this thing out. First thing you wanna do is just pull up on it, pop that tube out of that socket, and then this thing just comes right out. Looking at this old filter, you can see this is, I'm pretty sure this was an AC Delco filter, and you can see the molding on this one seems exactly the same as the molding on the FRAM, just thin in one spot, thicker in others. Not a big deal. This one looks like it was smashed for some odd reason, and there's a B in there. This one's definitely ready to be changed. I can see there's lots of dirt deep inside those pleats. The inside looks clean, thankfully. But one thing I want to point out is you can see the inside of this filter does not have a wire mesh, whereas the outside does. It seems about the same stiffness though. Look how bad that part is up there. When you compare the number of pleats, it does seem, to be relatively identical. I am pretty sure this is an AC Delco filter. I could be wrong though, but I think that's what the AC is there on the model number. But you can see it is product of USA, so this was made in the USA. All you're gonna do is pull up on your intake tube there, shove it on, which this thing fits quite nicely. Glad it does have that extra little bit of lube on there. But yeah, I mean, it fits good, looks good, nice and tight. All right guys, well the new FRAM Tough Guard filter is installed, and I gotta say it seems to be every bit as good, if not better, than this AC Delco filter. I am an AC Delco guy. I love putting original equipment manufacturer's parts into my GM vehicles, but that FRAM filter is $13.50 or whatever, and this thing is $23 to $25. I can buy 2 of those for one of these. Why would I buy this over that? I don't know, time will tell, I guess. The other thing that's really interesting about that filter is the fact that the media is actually covered in oil. So that oil will help capture more fine dust particles than this would capture. If you guys have any other info on that, anything I don't know, anything I'm not understanding with all of this, please let me know in the comments section below. Let me know, do you guys use FRAM? Do you use FRAM air filters? What type of FRAM filters do you use? And do you use FRAM oil filters? When it comes to a filter, it's a really simple thing. It's paper and like how bad could it be? The construction of the FRAM seems good. It even has the metal screen on the inside, whereas this one doesn't. I don't know, guys. I am sold so far. Unless you guys can convince me otherwise, I'm going to be using those at least for the time being in this vehicle and possibly my other two GM Suburbans. I will put a link to that filter down in the description below this video, so make sure to check that out. And thank you guys for watching. Also, remember, I have an Instagram at One Road Garage. I have a website, oneroadgarage.com, and I'm also on Patreon if you want to search for me there and support my channel. Thanks guys for watching again. I'm Jimmy with One Road. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.